Vanessa, thank you. Well, right now, federal prosecutors are using a second grand jury, this one in South Florida, as part of their investigation into the classified documents found at former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago home.
Our co-anchor Stephen Graves live outside the federal courthouse in Miami, where the panel has already started meeting. And Stephen, you're learning that Trump's lawyers recently received a big notice.
Aaron Nathalie, that's right. Good morning to you. And we are live here in Miami because we are waiting that possible indictment to come down. And it's because of what you just said. Sources confirming that former President Donald Trump and his team did get a letter from Special Counsel Jack Smith's office informing him that he is the target of that investigation regarding classified documents found at Mar-a-Lago. Now, experts say the point of a target letter is to put the person on notice about the possibility of an indictment. Trump took to Truth Social Wednesday, writing that he has done nothing wrong and is a target of the Department of Justice and FBI. Now, sources confirm that the grand jury here in Miami is investigating the possible mishandling of those classified documents at Mar-a-Lago, and it's key to note that this grand jury in Miami is in addition to a separate panel that for months has been meeting in the nation's capital, also regarding the former president and those classified documents. And there's still a lot of unknowns here. We don't know why prosecutors are using an additional grand jury or if more people will be asked to testify. We do know just yesterday, a former top aide to Trump went before the federal grand jury in Miami. His name, Taylor Budowich. He now runs a super PAC raising millions for the Trump campaign. And look at this, he posted on social media shortly after his testimony calling it bogus in a deeply troubling effort to use the power of government to get Trump. And the grand jury has already heard testimony from several witnesses in recent weeks, but the full scope of who they have called and who they might anticipate to call, we don't know just yet. But the Mar-a-Lago investigation with this grand jury being formed is believed to be in its final stages. And again, we could expect an indictment. While we know the former president is also at the center of another investigation we've told you about out of New York City. Back in April, he pleaded not guilty to 34 counts of falsifying business records. Those charges related to $130,000 in hush money paid to adult film star Stormy Daniels during the 2016 presidential election. And we'll, of course, stay on top of any developments that come. You can download our WPBF 25 News app. Check our website as well. We have everything you need to know on there. For now, live in Miami, Stephen Graves, Aaron Nathalie, back to you.